Makes no sense.
Coming to you from sunny Southwest Florida, I'm Kevin.
I'm Al.
This is Jimmy James, and we have a new friend at Fractal Minds, Ryan.
Hey guys.
Who are you, Ryan?
I'm Ryan. By the way, he didn't know. He didn't say anything. I'm Ryan.
Thank you for joining us. It feels good to have a new personality to our Fractal Minds Entertainment Podcast crew, and hope we have a good time. Yeah.
Brendan died again.
Yeah, Brendan died. It was really sad. There was a big thunderstorm, and
He went kayaking. Just
got electrocuted.
That's what happens.
Mm-hmm. So it's been a while since we've done a podcast, boys. It's been a long time.
March? Was it before our trip?
No, we
did
did
after.
podcast
Did we do it
after.
after?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we did like 2 after, and we just decided to take a break. Wanted to focus on the Let's Plays, and we were in a real zen after the podcast or the hiking trip, so we found ourselves and just need to absorb that.
I found Al.
Found Al.
That's a tough thing. Some people don't find themselves, let alone find Al, but you did.
He achieved duder status.
Yeah.
But we moved into a studio. This is our official studio for Fractal Minds right now.
It's a pretty penny we're renting it.
Who are we renting it to, Al? Or are we renting it from who?
I don't know. It was, we had to come across the hall there in the studio. It's actually we're in the same house. We didn't move. We didn't move anything really.
Yep, we're still in the same house, but we decided to move our equipment around. We moved our computers into the studio now, so Kevin and I are a lot closer than we used to be.
No, you guys still look kind of. Oh, there you go.
Ouch. But yeah, we're really excited about this new move, and decided to bring back the podcast and try it out. And if you notice, we're in video form now. We used to just be our image on the screen, and you just had to hear our voices, and now we have a picture to go with the voice.
We don't wave to the cameras when we're on video.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We only wave when we're not being shot, but now everyone's waving. It's like we're doing the wave or something, guys.
Ryan, there'd be times in the past where we have the mic set up, and both Brendan and Al would wave. Like, not realize what they're doing.
Yeah,
now we have video and no one waves.
Let's jump into things. Kevin, what have you been up to?
Well, lately, I have been watching Lost up to season 5 with you.
Hell yeah, you have.
So far, you're right. You know, it's good. It's a good series.
Wait, what? What was that?
You're right.
Okay, just making sure. No, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad that you gave it a fair shot. And
Saeed's still my favorite character.
I can see why. He's a lot of people's favorite character, and I'm glad that we're watching it together too. The later half of the series, it's a nice refresh to be watching it again.
After season 3, you kind of haven't watched much of season 4, 5, and 6.
I've introduced the show to a lot of people, so in doing that, I watch it with them. So I've seen the first 3 seasons a zillion times. So it's nice to see the later half again.
Not a bad thing when you love a show, man.
I love the show. It's a part of me forever, so it's a good show. Everyone should watch it if you haven't watched it.
Yep.
Do you have any more thoughts on it?
Well, I won't say where. Well, we'll get into that later because I don't know where we left off. There's so much going on.
One of the big things I like about it, what it does, and what I don't think a lot of people kind of get is like the way it tells a story. Is the non-linear storyline.
Yeah.
And that I just fall for.
It works really well doing the whole flash forward, flashback, and then you don't know where. Like, okay, which one are they telling the story? Like, which one are they flashing back from? And
that's a nice little trick.
It's always they're on the island and they're. It's just it sounds like it's mind-boggling, but it's a very genius way of telling a story. It is. It's a good story. But so far I love the hell out of Lost. Let's see. I watched
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. That was a major Major episode. Yeah, that was a major episode. What was it, 5 storylines they changed all in one episode?
I lost track.
There were 3 big cliffhangers, and not big. Well, 3 big cliffhangers. One person we didn't even see the entire episode. The son. No, the son. No, not the episode. The season.
I thought you were talking about me. I didn't see.
I hadn't seen the entire.
Yeah, I haven't seen the entire show, and then I watched the.
And why is that, Al?
Season finale. Because I'm just a dick. I've seen enough drama in my life to know what's going on.
It's very interesting that that's the show that you don't. I mean, I took a while to watch it myself.
He regrets every minute of it.
Well, you know what? It's fun to watch a show nonstop. And that's what I did for Game of Thrones. That's what you're doing for Lost. So the binge watching is very fun. And this waiting now for a whole year to watch the next season of Game of Thrones is...
It does suck.
It sucks, yes.
A lot of people think, well, because of Ryan hasn't watched it. Ryan, you plan on watching it, right?
One day I plan on watching it. The Xbox One release of the Telltale series spiked my interest to want to watch it.
Nice.
And I have been watching. I watched the season finale for 4. But that's like the only episode that I saw.
Oh my god!
That's one show.
My dad loves this show, but basically what I'll do is I'll go in there and I'll be like, "Oh, you're watching this again?" And I'll go in there and argue with him, and I'll be like, "Dude, this is the show where at least 2 or 3 main characters die every single episode."
Yeah, that's a true statement.
Honestly, I'm terrified of watching this show because of how much it would probably pull me emotionally in every direction compared to some of the other shows that I watch.
There's some feels.
Did you watch? So you played the Telltale series? Oh, you haven't. I would say don't before you watch. I think because where it starts. You know where Telltale series where it starts.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest surprises ever.
There's a moment where it's like, okay.
Yeah. So that's in the TV series. Like it's a finale. It's season like, oh 3. My god, it's
Watch
season 3.
Season 3.
There you go. After season 3, then you can start.
Okay. Yeah.
It's an amazing.
I played episode 3 of that game very recently, and I love what Telltale's been doing with their game series recently. Great games.
You know what game I started playing recently, guys?
What's that?
What do you play?
That one clan game.
Oh,
Clash of Clans?
Yeah, I'm into that now. I got a new
Isn't that
phone.
hysterical?
Did you see the Liam Neeson ad for that during the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was my favorite ad of the whole Super Bowl.
Oh really?
Oh my gosh, it literally
it's like a Taken parody.
It's a clip of Liam Neeson's The Taken parody where he's like Liam Neeson 53 or like Angry Neeson 53 or something like that is his tag.
Yeah.
Literally, he's literally like there's a guy that like invades his castle and he's like has this entire monologue while he's in a deli of how he's going to absolutely destroy this guy and make him fear for his life. And literally, it's like the entire phone conversation that you saw in the preview for Taken.
Yeah,
okay.
But what's your experience been with Clash of Clans?
You see so many previews of it.
Well, I've only had 2 people like fight my little thing I got going on right now.
Yeah.
I mean, my experience is I'm just trying to build up my resources and whatnot and. Fighting all these little things to gain these emeralds.
So it's the typical mining for resources.
It's gonna take 2 hours to get the resources.
Yeah. It's kind of like that Age of Empires game, except it's much rounder. What do you mean? You can download. You got a droid yourself. You can just.
He sure does.
I'm not getting in Classic. Anything, if it does not have achievements attached to it, I'm
not it has
Achievement Wars.
It has achievements on Google Plus. Guys, did you hear that? It has achievements on Google Plus.
Xbox or get out.
Wait, Google Plus. I have.
It's like Apple's Game Center.
A different achievement. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm not touching that. That's not helping me in the war with James.
It's all about that gamma score.
By the way, someone wants to. Well, go ahead. We'll get into Achievement Wars later. We can talk a little bit about Achievement Wars.
We'll do that.
I need to grab something real quick.
I'll have to write a.
Oh. You brought something to the show. What is that?
That's a Breaking Bad collector's edition that I saw sitting in the corner.
That's right. That's Kevin's. He found that out of the blue.
And I love it because I'm literally at the end of watching it a second time.
Really?
Nice.
It's a great
second time.
You watched Better Call Saul?
I haven't seen anything yet.
Better Call Saul is pretty decent.
It's a good season.
It's pretty decent?
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to get into it. I'll buy the DVD for it.
Do you play Grand Theft Auto 5 at all?
On my buddy's computer when I go over to his house, pretty much.
So you know who
Trevor, yes, I do.
Trevor, dude, they made Trevor in real life look like the Trevor in the video game.
Wait a minute,
He shows up in Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched it, and I was like, that guy looks familiar. I'm like, that's Trevor.
Trevor,
same
insane Trevor, bald guy.
Same Trevor.
Oh my
Yeah, he has a little bit more hair.
His name's not Trevor though, but
I'm looking forward to this show so
Better
bad
Call
now.
Saul is awesome.
Oh my gosh, I hope they release it on DVD soon because I'm definitely gonna get it.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. So I got
Get it instantly on Amazon Instant.
Me and James are on top of it.
I like on my new phone. It has a bunch of Amazon stuff, and I just threw it in the trash can.
wow.
It took a whole page. I'm like, man,
A whole page?
a whole page of my.
Ow, that sounds ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I deleted that.
I like being an Amazon Prime user. I don't get all the bonuses because
I don't want to even think about shopping online.
True.
So I don't need that
leads
bad
down
juju.
leads down a dirty trail that you never come back from.
Yeah.
For the record, I write myself notes. I'm not being rude.
This is still sealed in plastic, by the way. This has not been opened.
Think about it. If Walter had accepted the $90,000 from the guy, he literally would never have. There wouldn't be a show. There would be no show if he didn't make bad choices.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bad choices can be good if they're for entertainment purposes.
Did you hear about how for the season finale that the couple in like Fort Myers, they won? Not the couple, I think it was a guy. He won to go see the guy who plays.
The Bubba guy or
No, guy who says bitch all the time.
Aaron Paul.
Yeah, Aaron Paul.
Jesse.
But they won. Yeah, Jesse. There you go.
Yeah.
They won a trip to go see the season finale with Jesse.
That's awesome.
And a year later, the cops raided his house. Not Jesse's, the guy who won, because he had the. Because they gave him a collector's edition, like the yellow chemical suit that they wear, the biohazard suit.
Yeah.
He had that hung up in his weed factory.
That is so great.
And the cops raided his house and they arrested him. They said, the guy who won the season finale sweepstakes got busted by the cops right here in Fort Myers.
Wow.
Yeah. So got to sit next to Jesse watching the season finale of Breaking Bad.
Oh my god.
We 3 of the 4 of us we watched Breaking Bad finale together.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a good old time.
That's
I
a
know
good
what 3 you're
finale
talking
to watch
about. I was there.
But so we went off a little tangent there. But Kev, anything else before we move on?
I guess the only thing I would say, because there's been so much though. I mean, I guess I'll round it up. I'll just finish it by saying I played, as far as video games go, I just finished playing the hell out of D4 Dark Dreams Don't Die by Sweary. Yeah.
Every time I try to play that game, I hear his voice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
That's when you turn down the volume to listen to a podcast.
I can't tell if he's Australian, British. I can't tell what his accent is.
I know, It's a quirky game. It is definitely a Sweary game. And I figured I'd give it a try, and I ended up like I like the hell out of it. But Ryan, well, I guess in case no one watches our Achievement Wars thing, there may not be. There's a season. It's an episodic adventure.
Oh, it's an episode. Okay.
Not
Telltale?
No,
not Telltale.
Okay.
But they have 2 episodes for season 1. I don't know how much was supposed to be planned for season 2, but they were going to base it off of their sales.
Okay.
And because of the game was primarily focused for Kinect, but they've integrated control, so you can do it with your controls now. But they primarily aimed it for Kinect, and since Kinect hasn't gotten any love and it's kind of just fallen off, like no one really, there's no games for it. That game itself, just so you know, if you decide to play it, if you get through it, it ends on a cliffhanger, and that might be where it ends because because Microsoft just kind of swept it under the rug because the Kinect hasn't gotten any support, and now the game doesn't have any sales. There's no sales. Huh? With
Dance
Dance
Central
Central.
Spotlight came out.
Yeah,
That's for
I
Kinect.
got it on my Xbox when it went free for the
Exactly,
1 month.
and that didn't give them any money.
Yeah.
It got released recently for PC, I just noticed my iPad was falling out of its case.
Everyone hold the show. We have an iPad out the sleeve.
That's an emergency.
Stop the presses.
But anyway, that's what I've been playing. D4. Very interesting game. Very quirky if you like anime quirkiness.
Looked like a good anime game.
It is. It's pretty funny.
Al, what the hell have you been up to?
Well, I've been working out.
That's cool.
Like I typically do. And then
what streak
my
are you
truck
on?
had problems recently, and
Hey,
my
pause.
repair guy.
Let's rewind there. How many days you on?
well, no, I stopped at 18 straight days.
Oh,
Yeah.
What happened? You realized that
I got tired.
The catalytic converter went out in his truck, so he couldn't go and work out. So what happened?
Yeah. Well, that, and then I was just like, hey, you know what? Since I'm going to have a day off, I'm just going to sleep the whole entire day.
Your body had to rest that much.
Yeah.
Like,
It was
please
bad.
just stop for one day.
It's like, we know you can do this, but you know what? It's better, rest. I'm like, fine, bitch, I'll rest.
Boy, did he.
Yeah, I did. It was
Good.
nice.
Yeah, your truck had some problems.
Yeah.
You got that fixed now?
Yeah, I was worrying it might be the Jenner, right? But no, it was my catalytic converters.
Yeah, sounds like a personal problem. Kevin, you're...
When I say Jenner, I mean the tranny.
Your friend fixed his truck.
My repair guy, the guy I go to, fixed his truck.
Yeah.
Other quick shout out, real quick. The droid, ballistic nylon.
Oh, we're not doing a phone ad right now.
No, I'm saying that's another thing that happened with me. That's just I dropped Windows and went to Droid. So far it's treated me pretty well.
We're twins.
That's
We
all.
did the same thing. We didn't even know. My phone.
Yeah.
The button.
You're a Galaxy though, right?
My Samsung
Droid
G6
No, okay, that's in the
or
Droid.
S6 or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway.
Windows phones are cool still.
Yeah, my side button on my phone would just like decide, hey, I'm not going to work anymore, so you're not going to be able to turn your screen on unless if you want to, know,
that's weird.
do that whole 2-button thing, and then it turns on. And I'm like, I'm not doing that all the time to turn on my screen, so.
Entertainment things though. What have you also? You watched quite a few things.
I think you watched Big Lebowski.
Let me tell you, clowns, what I've been watching recently. I've been watching this show that's the second season.
Every week.
We got Cat Ryan
Big
up on
Lebowski like last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He watches it like every day.
It's a pretty awesome movie.
It is. It's a fantastic movie. Anyway, I've been watching True Detective 2. It's finally out.
Hey, True Detective season
Yeah, you
2.
clowns.
Is it good?
I've been.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it,
I
man.
love it. I love
Definitely, do you have HBO by any chance?
Dude, I don't, but I'm definitely... Is it on Netflix?
No,
It's not on Netflix.
Yeah,
Okay,
HBO
it's probably
makes
why I
it.
haven't seen it.
So
Highly recommend getting HBO Go so you can watch it. That's an ad.
there's been some good one-liners from that show. Anyway, it's like anytime I see something funny or quirky on Facebook,
You're
I
12
want to
years
tag.
old and you're always evil as fuck.
Yeah, I want to tag you guys in it,
Yeah.
and then caption it. You're 12 years old. You're already evil.
Anyone remember what he said to the guy's son?
Cutting off the head.
Oh yeah. He's like, I don't
amazing.
know. I don't remember it word for word.
It made me. I was in shock. Episode 1 of season 2 was amazing. It set up the characters in a great way. We have 4 characters versus in season 1 it was focused on 2 characters, and now we watch episode 2. It ends in a dramatic way, and I have no idea where the show's going to go after this point. And that's only after watching 2 episodes. I'm already fucking hooked and I'm addicted.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm like, what was the cliffhanger? I'm like, I remember now. I was like, oh yeah, that was a pretty big twist.
Like, I don't know what happens.
Yep.
Like, how do you go on from that?
Can't say much of spoilers, but
yeah, I'm not gonna even say what I was gonna say. Well, they have so many characters left.
But yes, definitely check it out. Check out season 1 if you haven't either. It's not important to watch season 1 before watching season 2 because they're not connected as of right now.
But all I've heard about is Matthew McConaughey's acting.
Matthew McConaughey.
The character that he had was awesome.
The character is amazing.
I saw the last 3 episodes.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Because I want the first part of that season is
the younger Matthew McConaughey character where he's just like, I'm gritty and I'm straightforward and I'm just pissed off at everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not exactly a nihilist, but kinda.
He's a fun character.
He's great.
It really gives out your frustrations that you have, or at least what I have. Pretty much what he said for was like, yeah, man, that's what I feel.
Like that song. That's just how I feel.
That's also Al's thing. He always says
What?
in the middle thing, it's like that song. You always have a song for everything.
Yeah, they make them that way.
That's great though.
I promise they do.
Anything else you've been experiencing?
Did you watch a roast recently?
Oh yeah, so I was just trolling stuff on YouTube, right?
Sure. What's YouTube?
Yeah, I don't even know anymore.
YouTube.com/Fractal Minds Crew.
A roast. Yeah, I watched a roast of Ronald Reagan when he was like governor of California. Is that what that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was trolling stuff, and I'm like, man, Johnny Carson bits, some greatest Johnny Carson bits, okay. And then Johnny Carson had, what's his name, Don Rickles on his show. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then Don Rickles was roasting, what's this guy's name, Frank Sinatra. All right.
Yeah, just.
And then I noticed in the,
What's his name?
I noticed in the corner of the screen there was Ronald Reagan there roasting Frank Sinatra as well. So I watched that. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. This is wild. I can't believe this isn't, known more about. Anyway, well then I'm like, I wonder if Ronald Reagan's ever been roasted by these fellow jokers, and he has. And I watched it. It was good. I love Reagan.
They told jokes. Everyone had a good time. Had some drinks.
Yeah, they good old nice sweet California boys.
That's awesome. That's good.
Down south, California.
You good? Is
Yeah.
that it?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
California.
Yeah.
Alright, well, hey, what have you
South of Oregon.
Hey, well, I've been watching a few things.
Hey James, what are you gonna do?
Oh, thank you. My parents and I've been having some family time recently, bonding time. It felt good. We watched Mad Max Fury Road. That was
Sounds
How
angry.
did you guys enjoy that?
amazing. It's a non-stop action ride. In the beginning, you see Mad Max. He's just wandering the desert, and something happens, and we're going. It's a non-stop ride after that, and it's a good time too. Highly recommend if you like good action films.
I wanted to see that in theaters, but
Fucking Bane and Bronson's in it. Tom Hardy. Tom motherfucking Hardy.
Is Bronson a good movie?
Bronson is an amazing movie.
I need to watch it, yeah.
Let's watch it!
tonight.
Alright, let's do
I
it.
go to the gym.
All I remember is watching Rotten Tomatoes review. I was just seeing it online.
Yeah.
Literally, it was like something around 98% or something like that. It was.
It's
When
an
I see that,
incredible
it's
film.
friggin' crazy.
Don't make fun of
It's
my arms,
incredible.
Kevin.
Highly recommend seeing Bronson.
Okay.
Tom Hardy, it was his breakout role. What made Christopher Nolan recognize him to do Bane. So, pretty incredible.
Bronson?
Bronson, yeah.
Okay.
Highly recommend it. I
Got a
saw
cousin
that.
named Bronson.
and-
Shout out to Bronson.
And then, so that was the one movie I saw in the theaters.
He's a
and
big
then
dude, too.
The most recent one, Jaws, had a 40th anniversary recently. So what they did was they put it back in the theaters, and during the watching it, I realized I never saw Jaws before. I think I went to see it with my parents, and I fell asleep, and then I woke up at the end. So I saw all the end before, but this is the first time all the way through.
Doesn't that make you feel
Oh
old?
my goodness.
40th anniversary of Jaws?
Yeah,
Makes
I
you
feel
like
old.
I'm 46 or something.
I feel like I'm 42.
That monologue between Roy Shaw and Rob Schneider was like one of the best monologues I've ever seen in a movie. He was talking about the USS Indianapolis.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I like that.
Whenever I see that scene and I hear that music start to creep up in the background when he's talking about the
I
shark
didn't
coming
see
up
it.
on him. Oh my god.
It's intense. It's really intense.
You don't need to. I'm not spoiling anything. And once
No,
you see the
yeah.
monologue, the acting is so good.
You've never seen Jaws?
No, I've seen Jaws.
Okay, every damn American's seen Jaws.
I'm the fool in this situation. I swear, I've attempted tempted to watch Jaws, and I'm pretty sure I fell asleep.
You don't even have to be red-blooded. You just gotta be damn.
It literally looks like a puppet on a string.
It looks actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And I felt sorry for the shark at the end.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but watching this movie, I saw him blow up. I'm like, oh, he's just hungry. I mean, it wasn't all that bad.
They just ate everybody that was swimming in the water.
What happened? Smoke on the water?
The shark just ate everybody swimming in the water.
Not everyone, just the ones that were.
Just about everybody.
Just the naked women. That was it.
No, there was kids swimming in the water, right?
There was a kid. Yep, ate the kid.
Yeah.
That's the second one.
He deserved it though.
He was a little brat. Mommy, I'm going back in the water.
Very good.
I'm gonna win an Oscar this year.
That's honestly the only thing I can think of when the raft washes up on shore is like, that looks like the shittiest raft I have ever seen in my life.
It was kind of shitty. It was just yellow and it was just like a rectangle. It was really shitty. But I had something good there.
that's during the bloopers.
Watch our outtake video that we put out recently. The funniest 1.5-minute video I've seen in my life. Yeah, Jaws was a good time. I'm glad I finally seen it all the way through. A bunch of unknown actors when they first came out.
Yeah.
Just want to put that. But I also experienced a double feature that I made for myself. I first watched a sci-fi indie called Parallels. It was supposed to be a TV show, and Fox decided to make it a movie. So it ends on a cliffhanger, which really bummed me out. And I'm like, where's the rest of the movie? But it's a really cool idea of multi-universes, and kind of low budget, but really just focuses on just having a cool, interesting mystery to it. So I recommend that. It's on Netflix. Check it out if you have Netflix. You have Netflix. And then I was like, let's watch another movie. And I said, let's watch God Bless America. And for people who don't know what God Bless America is, a man in, let's say, his mid-40s gets tired of this bullshit the world that we're in, of people on their cell phones.
Yeah, I caught parts of this.
Like talking on their cell phones during watching a movie in the theaters, or little like the MTV Sweet 15 parties where the brats get what they want and they complain when they don't get it. So he goes around and kills people. Yeah.
So,
a great movie.
And so, real quick, the best part of this movie, God Bless America, is the little girl that they got to be his sidekick. It's very similar to Kick-Ass with Hit Girl.
Oh, okay.
She was like a badass little character. She is like this, but even better. Because she's like not even without the mask. She has... she's already like 16 and already pissed off with the world. And, really great acting by this actress. I wish I would have looked it up, but she blew me away in this role.
It's like that song by is it Journey? She's just 16 years old.
That sounds like a Blink-182 song.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Speaking of Journey, didn't
wasn't that Journey? I'm pretty sure it's Journey. Yeah, it's Journey. It's the same guy. It's where the chick was like 16, the guy was like 21 or whatever. They're kind of like got an age gap there, but like Aaliyah said, you know what I mean? In that song, age ain't nothing but a number.
That's right.
Yeah,
true. Wow, that went dark. Kevin, what were you gonna say?
Oh, that's racist. Just because Aaliyah's black. Way to go.
Because you mentioned Journey.
Pulled the race card.
Really?
Good job, Al.
Yeah, I guess that's what they made the song about, being held without bail on rape charges. I don't know.
No, the Journey drummer is being held.
Oh, this is recent news.
Yeah, the drummer.
Oh, so he's just singing that song.
The drummer for Journey is charged with raping his wife.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why would you rape your wife? That's
Oh my god.
You might as well rape someone that's not
You
your
can
wife.
rape your wife anytime.
One of the
Why would you
exactly.
rape your wife? Makes no
He
sense.
looks like a winner, doesn't he?
I like
I don't
that.
know. I've seen worse, man.
Oh man.
He's had some dark days.
Yeah.
God Bless America was a really cool film. My dad recommended it to me. He's has a lot of the same ideals that I have, and it was just kind of a movie made for us that really spoke to what America should get back to.
Just so I can redeem the drummer, there's no redemption here. I'm redeeming his wife, though. It wasn't his wife, but I did say a woman. Apparently he was high on meth, and it was someone he texted about 133 times. So, yeah, he was...
stalker.
It's probably, yeah,
While he was raping her?
That's dedication.
That's weird.
That is dedication.
I don't even want to...
I'd be out of breath.
No. Oh, I know what I was going to look at, though.
Let
Ryan introduce himself,
yes.
and I will... There was actually something else that I did that I watched that I would want to bring attention to.
Okay, great. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, James.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm having a great day. We had a great Fractal Minds Day so far, and I'm happy that you're here. Why don't you introduce yourself to the YouTube audience?
I am Ryan Rodriguez. You gotta roll the R's when you say it.
I can't
roll R's
Arr.
for nothing.
And my passion is, of course, gaming, and I
Nice.
have my own TV series that I really love, Breaking Bad.
I can tell.
And my other one is Dexter.
Oh.
I just-
You watched the whole thing, right?
I did.
I've watched the whole thing.
Don't say anything.
I watched only until season 4.
Only until season 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so no spoilers.
You should just leave it. You should just leave it there then. You
Yeah.
should just stop right there then.
But
So much of that show's already been spoiled, but yeah.
to start off, recently, what shows I've been watching is
Yeah.
I'm watching Breaking Bad a second time.
Nice.
I finished Dexter a while back, so that's not an issue right now. I've been watching The Office for the first time all the way through. I'm in season 5 right now, and I love it. I
It's
love
a
it what it was.
great series.
They went on in season 4. They did something weird. They started making 40-minute shows instead of 20-minute shows, and then they reverted back to season 5.
Yeah,
I thought that was weird, probably because it wasn't working out as good.
NBC did something cool where they experimented with doing longer episodes, putting 2 episodes together, basically.
Yeah.
Making it an hour special. They did have a 30 Rock a couple times, but The Office did it a couple times, and I always love those episodes. It tells a longer story, and
Oh yeah.
yeah. Sometimes those 20 minutes go too fast, and you can't tell a very compelling story. But
Oh my gosh.
the longer episodes really help.
Dwight's character has been shining.
The
As
acting
I've been
all
going
around.
through. Oh my god.
That's a very strong cast. all
Yeah,
around.
it is. Yeah, it is.
Michael Scott really steals a lot of the spotlight, I would say, with Steve Carell, but I love them all around. Strong cast. But I kind of gave you a spoiler during work. I'm sorry about that, by the way. I don't know if you remember or not.
I don't remember,
Alright,
which is good.
Yeah. I love it. I rewatched it with an ex-girlfriend of mine. But that was fun times.
But dude,
I didn't catch that signal, James.
I was flicking off my ex-girlfriend because she is a backstabbing bitch.
You did that the way Barack Obama does it when he's talking to people on...
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, I think it was
That's what I was...
somebody like Bibi Netanyahu or somebody like that. I don't know. But I've seen it before.
What he'll do is he'll place his hands on the podium like this.
No, he does this when somebody's talking to him and he doesn't like what they're saying.
Great interview with Mark Maron, by the way. WTF podcast with Barack Obama. I liked it, but so what game series do you like? There's one in particular that we've been playing recently that I know you're very fond of.
Oh, and which one's you?
Just come on, you guess. Come on.
Witcher?
Yes.
Of course.
Try not to do any spoilers.
I've been feverishly playing The Witcher. Over the past couple weeks, there was a Steam sale.
Number 3. Wild Hunt.
Number 3, The Wild Hunt, and I was playing 2 before that, and
Very recently.
excellent game. 2 throws you into this just straight out action sequence and doesn't let up. It just throws you into 3 acts, pretty quick game in comparison to 3, and you're finished like that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's serious. Completely different
Very
experience.
good to know. I wish I would have done that before.
Play 2. You'll finish it in a day. Literally.
I'm 70 hours into Witcher 3. I'm nowhere near to being done.
Oh yeah, this is a completely different game.
Ah.
And then you go into Witcher 3, and it's literally like, I'm level 7, and I've put 60 hours into exploring the whole map and everything that's in it. And that's literally my gameplay experience.
And it's amazing.
I'm at level 90. I just got to level 20, and I got my first, like, Witcher armor upgrade.
Really?
Which is like, yeah. I'm like, I probably played for like 130 hours
I
now.
built the feline armor set.
The feline? That's one I built. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Fucking the crossbow is level 23? What's
yeah.
up with that?
Well, dude, the crossbow...
It's bullshit.
The crossbow... Yeah,
you don't get the achievement unless you get the full set.
Honestly, that's the most underpowered thing in the whole game.
I don't care about the crossbow. I care about the achievement.
There's an achievement for the crossbow?
For getting a whole set.
Oh, for a whole set? Okay, got you. Oh, my God.
So Clash of Clans, right? I'm like on level, I don't know. Depends on what building you're talking about.
So what do you do in Clash of Clans?
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's just like, what's that game called? Age of Empires Castle Siege?
Yeah.
Except the graphics aren't as detailed into making your units look
So it's a lower budget.
I wouldn't say it's lower budget. The graphics are nice.
How many commercials there are?
They put all the money into
The
advertising.
graphics are nice. They're just more cartoonish graphics, is what I'm saying. And then there's just like crazy big old ogre and.
So yeah, Witcher 3 is fucking amazing. It's an incredible experience. The main quests are full, rich. Like I played the Baron quest, the Bloody Baron.
Yes.
That just kept going on forever. I was like.
For the first hour of that storyline, I was like, okay, when am I gonna get through this?
Yeah, exactly.
But then as it evolved, like the emotions that the characters displayed, and like literally like just how Geralt interacts with some of the other characters in the world, I think it's truly revolutionizing for the gaming industry as far as technology is concerned. Because this is the first game that I've played through, and I've played through like Mass Effect 3, a bunch of BioWare type stuff where they have like face-to-face interactions and everything like that. The thing that differs this game from those is really capturing you so much into the character interactions that you're literally sitting through the entire dialogue rather than just fast-forwarding through it because you're looking at the facial expressions. Yeah. You're listening to the tone of voice to figure out what angles are they trying to get at, because every quest is putting you in a situation where you got to make a game-changing decision. And it's like I've never been so into a game, and I've sat there for like a minute deciding what I wanted to do because do I want to alienate these characters? And you're just connected to it more than you've ever been in typically other games.
There's many times where you're talking to this character, and depending on what you say, they're going to come back, and you don't know when or if they're going to come back. And they can either be friendly to you or bad. And there's one where you're carrying a character where he just keeps he's wanting to pick a fight with you.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's so hilarious.
Reminds me a lot of what's the game that we played together? Passport. With Al.
Papers, Please. Man.
Papers, Please. Yes, I knew it was P, but I can't think of it. With the character that kept trying.
Oh yeah, it keeps coming back. Okay.
Yeah, this one was.
This is like an indie game.
Yeah, it's an indie game on Steam. Yeah.
It's hilarious. You should watch the one that we did with Alex. It's hilarious.
But yeah, Witcher 3 has. It's not just the main quests that also are very enticing. It's the secondary quests.
Oh.
You want to do all the content that's available because all these characters are fully developed. And they have stories behind them, and it's well acted. It looks great, and the gameplay is amazing. You're having a fun time playing it.
It's out. I think another part that was really interesting is like a lot of games that have these types of things. They have like end game romances, where they'll usually have like all the sex scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even though Witcher 3 has the sex scenes, they managed to like make it not about the sex. They made it about like choosing who you really want to be with in the story. Like, there's just a bunch of characters in the story. There's a bunch of characters that you could have possible romances in the story. And I found myself, 2 early ones, I just blew off completely.
Really?
Because we had really different points of views from the character. I got really into the role. I told James about the first one. I didn't tell him specifically, but I told him what I did, and it was like amazing. Because I've never come across this type of decision making in a video game.
There's one character where I think we both did the love interest with her.
Yes.
But then we meet up with her again. You decided to kill her.
Yeah.
I decided to like hear her out, talk to her a little bit, and she told me her story, and I befriended her and sent her back home, and so now like we had a totally different path. And the way that I talked with her, I didn't think like, well, actually you told me, but like all this time, like you figure it's gonna be like one way they end up, but they have all these branching paths, and they do it in a great way.
That's going to evolve really crazily because it actually tells me what she was going to do in the character background that Dandelion writes.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Are you serious?
So I already know what that love interest is going to eventually evolve into because I killed her off. Yeah, I'm dead serious.
That's amazing.
They were that detailed in the game.
So they let you know what ends up
happening. The thing I love about it is that it's in Dandelion's own style too.
That's cool.
There's a really awkward situation in the game. Did you find that out?
Well, tell them what the Dandelion character is, because that's a really cool way of narration.
Okay, Dandelion is a character that has been in the Witcher series since the first Witcher, and I haven't played
the book series too.
Through the first Witcher.
I'm trying to play through it.
It was really hard for me just trying to get through 2 because I had 2 restart 5 times on me. So it's like after like the 3rd or 4th time, I'm like, I just want to get through this freaking game and just get it over with, so I don't have to deal with it anymore.
That's a lot of commitment.
But yeah, so I got through it and I finished it like 3 days after The Witcher 3 came out, and I'd already bought it, so I was looking forward to playing it. I was just itching, and I just started playing it, but I just got sidetracked. Witcher 1, Dandelion's a really interesting character that Geralt meets and befriends in a quest, and he sticks with him throughout the whole Witcher series, and he's like that poet that like is writing like the entire story.
He's a ballad player.
He's like a bard. He's a bard. And the funny thing about Dandelion, and it's not a spoiler or anything, it follows through the whole series, is that a lot of the times in his ballads, he'll write his own name where Geralt is supposed to be, and paint pictures where Geralt's supposed to be standing.
It was cool discovering that in this game, because I played a little bit of Witcher 1, but I didn't really know. I didn't know Dandelion character at all.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Witcher 3.
Yeah.
And then you're slowly discovering. Witcher 3 does a great job of introducing these characters anyway.
Yeah.
It really feels like you're just playing its own single story.
I was really amazed at the amount of people who just picked up Witcher 3 and loved it, rather than just playing the other 2 games. There's a lot of people who didn't play Witcher 1 and Witcher 2, and then Witcher 3 came out. The key, I think that CD Projekt Red, over the years, this is finally when their experience with like marketing and advertising, plus the budget that they had, really played out, and they were able to like get a lot of people like amped up for the game.
Definitely.
Like, I don't know. I love watching. I guess since I was like 10, seeing Rare as my first like.
The
developer that I really loved.
Okay.
Watching small developers grow and evolve, and there's actually a cool Steam game for that too. If you guys have seen it.
Oh,
it's
Game Maker.
I can't remember the name of it, but it's my buddy has it on his computer, and I played it for like 5 hours.
I played a mobile game where you make like a studio and they're making a game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's oh my gosh.
Yeah, I love Team Attracted developers. CD Projekt Red they put out a lot of free DLC. It's like, here's a bunch of content already, but now here's a bunch of free stuff too. I like that. They're a great developer. They pay attention to the fans. They put out great patches. The game was a little broken when it first came out.
Oh, yeah, there was a lot of stuff that was falling through clips.
But they've been putting out the patches. They're working on it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great gaming experience. I highly recommend it.
I do too.
Yeah.
I give it 2 thumbs up.
What, so any TV shows other than Breaking Bad, or movies? What else have you been up to?
American Horror Story.
Oh, my dad keeps wanting me to watch that.
It's great.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
I never watched it.
Okay.
That
I
was
just say I keep
seen,
hearing about
the first and second season of American Horror Story, but not the third and fourth.
The third is someone keeps telling me about Circus. That must be the fourth season
That's
or something
the fourth,
like that. That's
yeah.
the
Is
fourth.
that the clown?
Yeah.
That's the fourth.
Okay.
I hear a lot about
I
that
didn't
clown. I see a lot of photos about that
really?
clown.
Yeah, it's probably terrifying. That show, the first two seasons of that show, I loved those first two seasons.
Yeah, they're good.
I played the. I immediately went to the third season after watching the first two.
Nice.
And when I got to the second episode of the third season, I stopped and started watching The Office again because I guess the third was kind of like their lull season. It might not be. It might be a great season. I haven't gotten all the way through it yet. I'm on season 4. I'm on like episode 4 or 5. But honestly, it's like a really like estrogen type story to season 3. So
about
probably
witches, the coven or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
All right.
Too much
Well, I've been wanting to check that series out.
So is it like a bunch of? Like, I always wondered what it is. Is it just a bunch of like horror? Like, is it like Tales of the Crypt Keeper?
No, it's not Tales of the Crypt. So American Horror
like
Story.
True Detective.
Each season has like its own story, so it's not like one like story going all the way through 4. It's literally
there's
like,
one,
but the entire season is all one.
For instance, the first season about a family moving into a haunted house and how that evolves over the season, and then the second one is about a reporter who gets stuck in an insane asylum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I like that because
yeah.
I like a show that's willing to move on from the characters.
Yeah.
It's something that Heroes was supposed to do. Yeah. Hey, you mind grabbing me another beer?
Okay.
You want another beer?
You got it.
I need to refill my crown.
Do you want another beer?
Yeah, I do. I do want another beer.
Grab 2, please. American Horror Story. Been getting a lot of recommendations for, and I think I'm gonna watch it after I watch season 3 of Orange is the New Black.
I think you're really gonna enjoy the first season. The best thing that American Horror Story is keeping you. It's really just the way they keep you guessing. And also providing very, very interesting. And it's almost, you remember how Breaking Bad at the beginning of every episode had like the things at the beginning of the little setup at the beginning of the show that was like amazing and kept you super hyped.
Season 3 did that a lot with the teddy bear in the pool.
Yeah. American Horror Story has that too, and they do it with sequences. Like, for instance, it's not spoiling anything, but in the first season, they'll give you recaps from back in the 60s.
Oh, really?
When the haunted house was there.
Like
and they'll show you things
that
you've seen like flashes of in the previous episodes.
Okay.
Nice.
So it'll kind of like, oh, that's where that came from. And then you'll be like, oh, how's that going to play out in the next episode? And
cool.
They just do that, like that show and Breaking Bad in particular do a really good job of highlighting that aspect.
Nice. Good to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I plan on seeing it. It's on Netflix, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Netflix is a beautiful thing.
Oh.
I've been kind of getting back in my Netflix grounds. Like, I've been kind of stuck on internet videos for a while, and then rediscovering Netflix and getting back into watching that. One Netflix show that we got into that we mentioned last time was Daredevil.
Oh yeah.
You guys talked with me a little bit about this before too.
Oh yeah.
At work,
you didn't see it yet?
I haven't seen Devil.
Dude.
Do
you like the Marvel movies?
I do. Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? You know what we talked about?
What?
I got them confused. Marvel and
DC.
And DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You should be a contestant on Nerd School.
Not the only one.
Superman.
It's like that
DC.
one song.
Thank you, sir.
What's his name? No, I'm not. The one gay guy? What's his name?
Which one?
No, the more recent one. Turd Ferguson or whatever his name is.
That's a South Park character.
God, what the hell's the dude's name?
Alright, that was great. No, Daredevil.
Yeah, there you go. Sam Smith, that's the one.
Daredevil season 1, amazing introductory to a character that they're not going to have a movie based on him, at least as the plans are right now, but the Netflix has a deal with Marvel to have 4 different shows of these more people without superpowers. Defenders, that's what they're kind of calling
Punisher.
Defenders?
Well,
Punisher?
What? You mentioned Punisher.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get back to Punisher.
Call them the Defenders, you said?
Like the Defenders. Like,
okay.
They're grouping up these 4 characters for the TV shows, and then this group is going to be supposedly with the Avengers in the
snap!
Infinity
Are they
Wars.
fighting each other?
Possibly.
Oh,
fighting
with each other.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But so Daredevil season 1 was the first one of them.
Yeah.
Introduced the Kingpin character as well.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing story.
Excellent.
Great job.
And you said there wasn't even going to be a season 2. Like there wasn't supposed to be a season 2, but because there was so much fan base.
Yeah. The plan originally, I mean, they could have been thinking about this in the background, not telling anyone, but it was just announced. Daredevil season 1, and then January Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist, and then them grouped up together the next season. But now Daredevil season 2 is going to be pushed forward, still along with those shows, but going to be fast tracked. And a central character to season 2 is going to be the Punisher.
Yep.
He's going to be, it sounds like, an enemy at first, but as we all know, Punisher ends up being a good guy.
So it's Batman versus Superman.
Basically, but a whole season of it versus one 2-hour film.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be very cool to see. They got the guy from Walking Dead, Shane Dickface McGee. He's going to be the Punisher, and I think that's a great choice.
You mean the guy that was on Wolf of Wall Street?
Yes, that guy, the stash guy.
Shane, who died in season 2?
Spoilers.
Oh shit.
But yes.
No, we're good. This far around, if you haven't started watching Walking Dead.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
good.
That's when the show stopped being good.
Wong.
Honestly,
Are you Asian because you're Wong?
Okay, I'm sorry, but they had that whole... Whatever, I'm not going to get into Walking Dead. It's not worth my time. But, yeah, I'm very excited about Daredevil season 2. I think they said next year, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Marvel has been hitting home runs, and I don't think... Did we talk about Age of Ultron?
I don't think we even talked about each one.
No, I think we did.
I feel like
last
we did. I think that was the last one.
Yeah. We
Because
were like,
it was in some
well,
notes.
what's your thoughts? And we were like, yeah, I thought,
But we have
thought-
Ant-Man. Ant-Man's coming out very soon as a birthday present to me.
That's
Oh, that's
supposed
right.
to be funny.
Ant-Man, yeah, it's supposed to be very funny. Paul Rudd is the main character, and so far the reviews have been pretty good.
Actually, I've never heard of Ant-Man before the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know the idea of Ant-Man?
I don't.
Well, it's funny because the Ant-Man character, like the Flash in DC, there's been many different iterations of them. So Hank Pym, the Martin Sheen, I want to say Martin Sheen character, he's the original Ant-Man, and he's in this film. But then there's the Paul Rudd character, and he steals the costume. You know, he's Ant-Man, and so it's kind of cool that they're just skipping even the original, because Hank Pym, he's the original creator of Ultron. But that didn't really work out in the movie series. They kind of skipped past that because the movie didn't come out in time. So they're moving on with Paul Rudd being this our Ant-Man.
Who's the, speaking of, well, backtrack to Lost, what's her face going, is going to be?
Kate Evangeline Lilly.
Something like
She's
that?
in the Hobbit series as well. But yeah, she's in Paul, Ant-Man, and the love interest of Paul Rudd.
See, Paul Rudd and Steve Carell were in a movie once,
Yes.
where Steve Carell, like,
4-year-old virgin.
no, I'm talking about they were in a
They were.
movie, something.
Anchorman.
School for Scoundrels. What's that? What's that movie? It's not School for Scoundrels.
Anchorman 2.
No, it's the one where
Most of
that
them together.
Steve Carell collected like dead mice.
Wow, that sounds like an older movie.
No, it's not. It's
Oh.
about like 3 or 4 years ago, something like that.
Sounds like an old movie.
Okay, it's not from the 1940s. Well, anyway, that wasn't funny. That movie was not funny. I was hoping it would be funny. No, it wasn't
we
School
knew
for
what we were
Scoundrels.
If you know what the movie that Alan's talking about,
I'll
please leave it in the comments.
look it up right now.
Great, but yeah, the character that you're mentioning, Kate's character, she should be also a Marvel superhero, Wasp,
Oh, okay, she's
with very similar
Wasp.
with very similar abilities as Ant-Man. Ant-Man, by the way, I believe in just this film, he grows small.
Yeah.
And he still has the strength of a human, so his power is like times 1,000. So that's why he
Oh,
can
dang.
still hurt people.
So he's like, it's like 100 times like the power of like a human, because it's like an ant can lift like 100 times its body weight or something like that.
Yeah. So he has
Crazy.
all that power, but human. Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
That's
and,
crazy.
It's going to be more of like a heist film. That's how Marvel's describing it, and that's what I like what Marvel Studios has done. Instead of just making superhero films, they're making genre films. They're making the thrillers. They're making the James Bond film. They're making the heist film.
Dinner for
with
Schmucks.
superheroes. They're with schmucks.
Yeah, it came out.
Oh, okay.
That was a horrible film.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was
awful.
awful.
That was horrible. Thank you for looking
at
it up. That was horrible.
Thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So before you get your hopes up for Ant-Man, remember that movie, because that's what I'm thinking of when I hear Paul Rudd.
Yeah, I mean, there is reason to be worried because Edgar Wright was originally attached to direct it and write it, but Marvel and them butted heads, so that did not work out. Edgar Wright's no longer the director, but I've been hearing positive buzz. James Gunn, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy, gave it a lot of positive buzz. I mean, he is Marvel, but he's a cool dude. He kind of speaks from the heart, so.
E3.
Huh? E3, yeah. E3 was a big deal.
Ether.
Electronic 3.
No.
Kevin, what was some big news that came out that you were excited about?
Obviously, all the Xbox exclusives, Halo. They got Gears 4. Not even Gears of War. I wonder why they do that. Why it's called HoloLens. How about that HoloLens, guys?
Mind blowing.
Yeah,
I'm ready for it.
Minecraft blown.
So,
that's what it was.
do we want to talk real talk about that real quick? There's something about HoloLens that they didn't really show.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Cancer?
You will get cancer.
I was kind of right there with it.
You basically signed a contract that says sign my life away so I can experience this for 2 years. But no, HoloLens is the virtual reality set by Microsoft.
Yep.
So far, the only little window that you see all this amazing virtual reality stuff is like this little square, like right here. So, like, you see all the cool, amazing, mind-blowing stuff, virtual reality, augmented reality coming at you, but then you can see the real life.
Okay.
So this is still in early development. This could just be early devices, but as of right now, it's not like a full mind-blowing experience that everyone was kind of...
Kitty! You want me to
She was like, hold on.
That was so Kevin doing that. Nice.
About that one space game, guys.
Yeah, but No Man's Sky.
I was gonna say
That looks like a huge game. That looks like...
that's my biggest disappointment because it's only on the PlayStation.
It's also on PlayStation and with PC. You can play on PC. It's on Steam. It's going to be delayed a little while, but it's more of an exploration game. There's not a whole lot of action to it.
I'm cool with that.
All right, you just want to explore the space, the infinite space that they made for us.
So that kind of makes me want to get a PC.
Hey,
when that comes out, I'm gonna be like, hey, you know what?
We can build you one.
It's high time to get a PC.
Build one instead of buy one.
Hey, you could just buy a Steam box.
A wise decision. Oh, you know what?
Wow.
Honestly,
that's the perfect case as a Steam box for you, I would say. Do you want... It's basically a gaming PC hooked up to your TV.
I want one of those chairs that I seen that you can sit in that has the 3 monitors.
To play Forza? Car racing game?
Just all this different... That's what I want. I want that
fully
engineer chair that's on Prometheus. That's
honestly, I think the Steam machine has a real shot. Initially when I saw it, like literally, it was like, what are they doing? Why are they doing this? And then I thought about the Steam marketplace.
It makes sense.
They have the most effective marketplace with constant, I don't know how they do it, constant deals on games that are amazing.
It's such, everyone expects it now.
Yeah.
So, and if you look at the sales of when people put their games on sale for the Steam sale, their sales go up the roof. So everyone wants to be a part of it now.
Like, when they come out and people realize that Steam has such an effective marketplace with a wide variety of games that Xbox does not support, PC games, and a system that's going to force the new gen systems to step up to what they're doing, because when they used like the equivalent of the Radeon 7000 series or something like that to make the Xbox One, they were using what's now essentially like, as far as like next gen's concerned, because look at The Witcher 3 on Xbox One, and then you look at The Witcher Xbox 3 on PC. It's a vastly inferior product, and I believe like the Steam machine, with them making it both like a PC and a game console all in one. People are like, "Ain't I buying a PC?" Well, you're buying something that can use a controller like it has the convenience of a console with the flexibility of a PC in the Steam marketplace.
It's super smart, and you can go entry level. Like, you could buy a $500 box and be very comparable to what the Xbox One or PS4 is, or you can go a little bit heavier and get something that plays Witcher 3 on ultra settings. Yeah, I think it's smart, and for me, since I already have a nice computer, I might just get the little keep fob that will just stream my content from the PC to the TV.
I just noticed your hard drive. My God.
Just the hard drive?
Just the hard drive. Holy crap. That was the first time I saw it since
where?
I've been in the room right there.
That's my, it's the tower.
It's the tower. Okay, hard drive tower.
It's the hard drive.
Oh my God, I've been... By the way, I'm a light drinker, so it doesn't take me long to start, like... to start saying things that don't make any sense.
I know it's a speaker. I like a microwave.
Pretty sweet toaster. But yeah, Al, with mentioning that you want a gaming PC, look at the Steam machines.
Steam machine that home.
Yeah, you can just get like a $500 box instead of buying a $1,500 PC.
Yep. Is it still on test right now? Like, are people allowed to go and buy it?
They expect the launch later this fall. Like, I'm pretty sure they've shown the first devices. They've have an estimated launch of this year.
Why don't they have their own, or did they have their own version of E3?
Valve has always been very
secretive,
but also they play their own rules. They don't need to be a part of this because they already have all the users they want watching them. They can just be, hey, here's a newsletter and everyone experiences it.
Yep.
They weren't even part of. There was a whole virtual reality thing before E3 where Oculus Rift was a part of it, and they partnered with Xbox, actually, Microsoft, to get a game controller with every Oculus Rift. And
so hold on, the HoloLens and the Oculus Rift, that confused the crap out of me at the E3
completely different experiences.
Okay.
HoloLens is not necessarily just gaming related.
Yeah.
It could also be real life experiences where if I want to watch Netflix, I can just have a big ass hologram on my wall, take up the whole wall, supposedly. Not with that little screen, but anyway. And just move that around and voice control, and it's all just with this headset, along with gaming, along with other things.
Wouldn't they make the Scouter one just like they have like a backdrop in the background, so you could just watch it and you wouldn't have to worry about anything like on the eyesight area? Coming in like for instance, you have real life in the background.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, they could just have like a little. They could have like a backdrop that they set or something like that. So you put it within a certain range.
Sure, definitely.
You can only see the black screen and then whatever you're watching.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It would look weird if someone walked in.
Well, that's the thing too. You get all this crazy shit. And they don't see that.
Yeah.
But,
you're staring at a wall.
What's wrong with you? Slamming bees, watching Netflix.
Yeah.
But Oculus Rift, that's going to be virtual reality, because the other one's augmented reality. Virtual reality, but mostly on the PC. And experiencing games in a whole new way. And Oculus Rift has been in development for many years, but they finally are getting to the point where they're coming out.
Yeah, he's
that was the cat.
Oh, it's the cat? Okay.
He's meowing back there in the bathroom.
Tell you
Welcome
about
to Fractal Minds.
this game breaking. Thank you, sir. About this game breaking.
So Microsoft is introducing a Elite controller to the Xbox family. It's officially a product from Microsoft that is moddable. It's has crazy triggers everywhere and buttons everywhere.
When they started to unveil this controller in the E3 trailer, my face literally did this. because I have this controller, and if you know, if you ever heard of Scuff Gaming makes professional level tournament gameplay, Call of Duty, Xbox 360 Scuff controllers, and they basically what that is, they have 4 moddable paddles in the back.
Yeah,
and basically to be able to use, so instead of like using the face buttons, you can either customize your Scuff to have either 2 paddles on the back or 4 paddles on the back. And I tried to bring mine today, but I completely forgot. It is insane. Once you like learn it, you're able to do stuff that was like kind of taxing before. Like in Xbox, like in Halo, unless you like claw, which is basically like you hold the controller with your pointer finger on the top hitting the face buttons, and then you still have your thumb on the thumbstick. Unless you claw, a lot of people would get like carpal tunnel syndrome because they did that, because it was just a hard way to play. But
sounds dangerous. Like
people would do that until they came out with the Scuff controller, which essentially lets you keep your right finger on the thumbstick while hitting every other button and never have to take it off. You can jump essentially with the press of the back of the controller without having to take your thumb off, which is huge if you're in the middle aiming, and if you're playing Halo 2 Classic and double shotting. Being able to adjust your aimer while you're doing the double shot is like the biggest advantage you could ever have, because it's hard enough to do it on itself. Like it just
used to be a competitive gamer, right?
Yeah, I used to play Halo 3 competitively at tournaments, and I did pretty well at the end of it. But when I started playing Halo, I really sucked. For anybody who sucks out there, you just got to put a lot of work into it. If you have reasonable coordination when you start playing a shooter game, if you put time into it, you'll become good. If you really want to learn it, it'll be. I mean, it's just you can do anything with it. It's
nice
if it's your dream.
I like with the model controller. I like instead of having the D-pad, you have like this kind of like another stick. So it's good for fighting games. Having true 16 fighting controls.
They put the flat pad on top of it, so you can hit directions easier. Like you can shift from like a side to a diagonal without having to do that really awkward thing with the D-pad where you just kind of like hit both. Exactly. It just takes away. It's just so smooth. The Scuff one, I've seen someone use it, and it's pretty amazing. Like how smoothly it transitions and everything like that. If you ever get to play with a Scuff controller, definitely get in your fight, like you play fighting games, definitely get Scuff's controller like that. Honestly, if you don't have a Scuff already, I would say wait for the Xbox Elite, because
might as well.
Literally, Scuff's customer service is their one weak point.
Really?
Their customer services is the worst experience I've ever had with any type of customer service in any type of industry.
Not good. Got good customer service.
Oh yeah, but I mean, absolutely revolutionary announcement from Xbox and Microsoft.
How do you not have good customer service in this age? That's the one thing that people know.
Yeah,
Chase has crappy customer service because they still outsource their phone lines to India.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
Speaking of like
America
polygamy,
I think that was mentioned once.
There's been this whole new like laws and benefits open to everybody now.
Has there been
in marriage? Yeah.
What? Describe that.
Oh, I'm not gonna go into it. People might get upset.
Whatever.
Anyway, I thought about it. I'm like, man, it'd be cool having a few wives. And you know me, I'm a man of the people. I'm not gonna just have a bunch of white wives. No.
You adhere to all the races?
Absolutely. I'm gonna have an Indian gal, the one from the country, answering the phones. I'm gonna have a Native American gal starting the fires. All right. I'm gonna have a black woman to dance with. All right.
This is the perfect amount of out time. 30-second little bursts of like this.
I'm gonna have a Spanish woman to do the cooking and cleaning.
All right, cut.
and then I'm gonna have a white woman to just annoy me, but I'll still drink some what's that crap called? What do they drink in the fall time? I'll drink a pumpkin spice latte with the white bitch.
I thought he was just about to say he's gonna drink
and have to hear her complain about crap. That's what I'll do with the white girl.
Oh, that's good. So,
and with the Chinese girl or the Asian, I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anybody. I'll just have her like sew anything I tear,
or just give you a massage anytime you want to.
So E3 was amazing.
Yeah, that too.
E3 was full of game announcements. I kind of did some vlogs about that, so if you want to see what I was interested about, check out those vlogs, the weekly login. I'm going to shoot a new one tomorrow, so watch out for that. But
you want to talk about our schedules?
We set some schedules because real life happens. We had to change some of that this week, but
and car problems.
I'm going to be streaming most likely on Wednesdays. I have to get up early for next Wednesday because I have to go Warped Tour and do other stuff. But
Wednesday?
On Sunday. Sunday we're going to Warped Tour. But yeah, I'm streaming on Wednesdays. It looks like Kevin's streaming on Saturdays.
Or Sundays.
Or Sundays.
Because real life gets in the way, so sometimes Sundays I gotta be at work at 7:30 in the morning.
Oh.
So I won't be able to do late Saturdays. But I can do it during the day Sundays. That way Sunday evening is still freed up for movies and whatever.
Mm. Should it just be...
True Detective on Sundays.
True Detectives on Sundays.
I'll be done by then.
Ooh. Should we just do it all on the same day? Like have the mega day?
That's good. I mean, I'm comfortable with it. I mean, it's one day of every month that I gotta be up at 7 on Sundays. Saturday nights should be good.
Alright. Well, basically, we made a calendar. It's over here. You're not going to see that right now because there's secret stuff that we can't show you or we have to kill you. But we're organized. We have videos in the pipeline. We made some really cool content recently, and Fractal Minds is back in action.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to talk about Batman real quick.
What?
Batman.
There's no such thing anymore.
Arkham Knight is an incredible experience. It's going to be a really quick recap because it just came out. I'm only about a third of the way through, and it's already got me hooked in. And incredible experience. Graphics are amazing. The storytelling, they like to... In this one, they like to show you a perspective, and then you turn around, and things change, and they just do it in an amazing way. It's seamless. There's no loading times in the game at all. The moment you load into the game, you're done having loading screens. And it's not like a small little game. This is 3 times the size of Arkham City. Achievement City. But Arkham City, and that's a pretty big game. So awesome experience. Check out Arkham Knight if you know what I mean. Kevin, what's your pick and grind?
Do we do picks first and then grinds, or do you want to do both?
I don't care.
The pick I have, I think I was bringing up earlier when we were talking about movies and stuff, but it's a good pick because it's a little different than everything else we talked about. It's called The Way, which is with Martin Sheen.
Wait, what is this again?
It's called The Way. Yep.
The Way.
The Way. Basically, it reminds me a lot of his son, who's actually Martin's.
Charlie Sheen?
Nope, Emilio Estevez, who's actually.
Damn it!
Yep.
The other one.
He has a very small role, but
wow,
it's not bad. Rotten Tomatoes, I didn't know about this part. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 82%, and Amazon gave it a 4.6 out of 5. IMDb gave it a 7.4 out of 10. I didn't know about that part, but basically, his son quits. I think it's he either gets his doctorates or he decides to get out of college early and enjoy the world kind of thing. Goes on a big hiking trip. Apparently, I can't remember there's a name of it. The trail that's in
Appalachian Trail.
It's in France, but it's
John Morrison Trail.
It's a pilgrimage, basically. It's a pilgrimage, but it's like a cross. I wish I would have looked it up. It would have been good to know.
It's all good.
But basically,
it's a journey. It's a.
His son doesn't even like start it. He gets to the first stage of it and dies. It's not a cliffhanger. It's not a cliffhanger.
Spoiler.
Or spoiler. Sorry. It's cliffhanger.
It doesn't end there.
It goes. It's like a 5-minute movie. But no. So Martin Sheen takes it upon himself because he was criticizing his son and all that stuff. So he goes to France to identify the body and all that stuff, and then he decides to take the pack that his son had and go on this hiking adventure. He goes hiking. He decides to go.
So he wasn't originally on it?
No, not Martin Sheen. So it was.
How did he discover he's dead?
It's his son.
Yeah.
So he has to go there. Well, they called him because he had his identification. He died on the trail. They discovered his body.
Okay.
They found his identification. Called his dad.
So they left the bag there?
No. Well, they got his bag.
Okay. I thought they like contacted him. I'm gonna go find him, and then he finds the bag. I must continue his adventure.
No, they said no. They had him in the morgue.
That's a better movie.
Said, "There's his body. Can you identify him?" He says yes. And he's like, "There's his belongings."
I'm gonna make that movie and call it The Right Way.
The Right Way.
The Sun Way.
Anyways,
Well, cool. That actually sounds kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
When did it make?
2010.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
Martin Sheen was in a 2010 movie.
It was actually pretty decent, and he meets people along the way.
Yeah.
Who are from all different parts of the world.
Okay.
It was like
So it's like Forrest Gump.
I guess. But it was like 3 main characters besides Martin Sheen that join them, and they all have their own life decisions that they're trying to make. And they're on this trail. But it's pretty interesting to see, and it's an actual trail people do even today. I mean, It's an actual pilgrimage. And with all the hiking and stuff we did, if we could find the time, that'd be great. But
Fly to France.
There you go. Make it a real experience.
That'd be pretty cool.
It was pretty cool because part of it's like.
If you'd like to see that happen, you should donate.
Yeah.
Yeah, donate to the Fly to France Fund, or as I like to call it, I'm gonna go over to Switzerland while they hang out in France.
Okay.
Okay, Al.
Just saying.
Dick.
Why be in anywhere else in the world when you can be hanging out in Switzerland?
Italy's pretty cool.
Just saying.
Well, cool. That sounds like
That's
a very good movie.
Pretty good movie.
Kind of want to check that out.
Mm-hmm.
Al.
Picks? Alright, my pick is White Russians. Not the drink, but the actual people. They're very noble. My grind is socialists. I don't like them, and they killed a lot of White Russians because they're dirty bastards and a bunch of crybabies.
Oh, Ryan, since you're, well, thank you for joining us, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Ryan.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank me. I don't even know what I'm saying right now.
But yes, your first pick for Fractal Minds.
My first pick for Fractal Minds.
What do you want to make aware out there to the fine folks that are watching?
For those of you, and it's going to be game focused again. Sorry.
Hey, it's all good.
For those of you
Love the games.
who have not played Pillar of Eternity
I have
on
not.
Steam, that is, I'm probably like 20 hours into the game, and I take my time when I play RPGs and go through every little detail, and just try to discover stuff and stuff like that. The story for that game and the way you can develop your character, it's old school D&D style.
I was gonna say
Baldur's Gate 2 Shadow of Vom or Baldur's Gate 2 back in the day. They have the remastered edition out on Steam right now. You can go get that and play it. Awesome game. Mm-hmm. They basically do Pillar of Eternity like that, exactly like it, with better graphics, with some of the old school style graphics thrown in.
Nice.
Like
when it's appropriate.
Oh yeah. And not only that, they put new classes you've never seen before in Dungeons and Dragons. Like there's one called shit, what is it?
Necromancer.
It's not. There's one called a Chandra, but there's one called it's like a Cipher or something like that. But I don't know. I can't remember the name. But basically, what it is it's a guy. You basically have a weapon, and you'll do melee attacks on people, and it builds up your telekinesis powers to where you can do like all this crazy like magic stuff.
Okay.
Like telekinesis type abilities and everything like that. And it's a fun class to play. I'll tell you what. And they come out with a couple new races that you've never seen before, that are interesting. That they have like their own storylines and their own places in the world. each race has like a subcategory of race, so you can be like from certain regions of the world and stuff like that. And they totally just made this whole new world where you have like all these character stats and stuff like that. Like I don't know, the stats that are most like intriguing about the game is basically like how you interact with people and how you're perceived throughout the world. So basically like your reputation.
Gotcha.
And they have like they just have like different reputations like that you can
Twice?
They have like you can be noble if you have a strong enough strength. If you want to be a bad guy, literally you have like clever things that you can say. You can have like intelligence type stuff. You can be the smirky bad guy if you want to. Raise your intelligence.
Like chaotic neutral.
Like you have responses that are like attached to all of your statistics that you can have with people and everything like that. So you can be super intimidating, and you have like 3 different standings with like each people that like at the same time, so people can take you in a certain way after a while, and you have ratings for them, and it's just really interesting. Like I pulled up on one choice came up, and there was like 9 different selections for it, and I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna choose? Like I've never seen this many choices in a freaking dialogue, and it's just a really interesting game. The combat is the most fun I've ever seen from the genre.
Very cool. Yeah, that was.
I think it's like an Infinity Engine genre or something like that.
It looked very interesting. I'll have to definitely check it out.
Dude, check it out, guys.
I want to finish Witcher 3 first, though.
Witcher 3?
Yeah, that's my hardcore RPG.
It's so hard for me to stay dedicated with all the games I've been playing lately.
Tough, yeah. There's so many games.
I just got into Hitman Absolution. That game came out like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, or something like that.
Randomly picked it up.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, for my pick, as you can see, I've been wearing a Rehasher shirt.
A Rehasher.
Rehasher is a wonderful punk band that will change your mind. Check it out. They are a 4-piece band originally. One member from Less Than Jake, Roger. He is the epitome of the best bass player ever. Just kidding. He's a great guy. Great music. Awesome times. If you get drunk, listen to this album, you'll think about life in a different way. Your life will be for the better. They have new music coming out very, very soon. They had an EP, Clock Smash. He's more of a solo project now, so it's mostly just him. He does all the instruments himself because he's that good. I can't say anymore because it's already been said. Check out Rehash, everybody. Kevin, what's been grinding your gears?
Well, I mentioned it earlier about D4, about publishers when they have a good game.
Did you say D4?
D4.
It's a game called Dark Dreams Don't Die.
D4 for
what,
sure.
What could be considered? What are you correlating with D4? I want to know right now. What?
The Mighty Ducks.
They only had D3.
They made a new one. They made a new one. They're about due for a new one, am I right?
I would cry. My childhood.
This man was so excited.
Mighty Ducks 4. Mighty Ducks 4. Make it be real.
Like, no, you meant E3. No, you talking about a new hockey movie?
The same kids that grown up, they're now 40, and they bring it back. It's
like Sandlot.
I'm sorry. I'm having fun.
Woo! I didn't know. I was completely.
I'm sorry to get your hopes up. I know you like to keep your hopes down.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Just keep that beer bottle where
keep my hopes down and
anyway.
keep my hope and my dick down. That's what I said.
Hopes might be risen.
Yeah.
Alright, so what's wrong with D4?
Not so much D4, but the fact that just because the Kinect didn't get a lot of praise, that D4 might be scrapped. Dark Days Don't Die, which is a game that the same guy, the same guy who came out with Deadly Premonition, Siri, he made this game for the Xbox exclusive, and
That's how we got ported to the PS3.
PC.
And PC.
It got in. Play PlayStation yet, did it?
Eventually. Got ported.
It did? D4?
Deadly Permission.
I was talking about D4.
I thought you were talking about Deadly Permission because you mentioned that and said it got exclusive.
I want to play Donkey Kong.
64?
Nah, the SNES one, dude.
The original?
Yeah.
Oh, that game was cracked. It literally was cracked.
So about this?
Just scrapping the idea because hardware doesn't go where they want it to.
The Kinect.
Yep. So
very unfortunate.
Everyone rated the game very high. I just looked at the reviews for it, and it doesn't get lower than a 7 of 10. It gets 9 of 10s. A lot of areas it gets 4 or 5. A lot of games gave it a lot of companies gave it very high praise, but because it wasn't, I won't say solely based on the Kinect, but it was pushed for the Kinect that no one really took it seriously, and have people and because of that, they may not make a season 2 of it because, and it ends on a cliffhanger, season 1, just not to really throw a spoiler out there, it's been out for over a year, but it ends on a spoiler, and there may not be any more because the fact that Microsoft kind of dropped the ball, and because Kinect didn't get any praise, they're not going to give the game that was with the Kinect. It was supposed to be a Kinect. I don't know what you would call it. It's supposed to be very
Kinect
compatible.
or something
There you
like
go.
that.
Yeah, very compatible with the Kinect. They just decided not to advertise for it anymore, and it came out free a while back.
Yeah, they just kind of took it out there and put it out for free.
Yeah, and I think Siri deserved better than that. I think that game deserved better than that. All the people who worked on the game deserved better than that. But just the fact that Microsoft, as a publisher, just dropped the ball, and I don't think gave it the proper respect it deserved. Hopefully, porting it to PC would give it the proper funds to get it to a season 2. But if not, that's why it's my grind.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that games are expensive nowadays, and for people that are quirky and original like Siri, you have to have the proper funding, and you have to get with these publishers like Microsoft, and these gambles are not always there, unfortunately, and not the audience is always there, but they are very cool original games.
So the 8 different websites, they all praise it. None of them got below a 7.
Yeah, exactly. They're good games.
A lot of 9s, a lot of 8s, and a 4 or 5, which would be my 9. But
converted.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Al, you already had your grind.
Yeah.
Ryan, what's been bugging you lately?
I'll tell you what. I was going to talk about false advertising, but I changed my mind.
Oh.
I'm going to go
Game
ahead
changer.
and bitch about Halo, the Master Chief Collection.
When it originally came out and it's just broken?
Dude, it's still broken.
It's still broken?
Still broken in some
Fuck that
aspects.
shit!
Man, you almost hit me with that.
So it's still
You've been working out. I think you're okay to get hit by a little piece of paper.
So it's still a grind toward Microsoft then. Now that Halo's a Microsoft.
Get your shit together, Microsoft.
Yeah, it is. I'd say it's about 40% of a grind towards Microsoft and 60% of a grind toward 343's decision making when it came to making that collection.
Fun fact about that.
Because, I have the Game Informer issue right next to me.
Well, Microsoft pushed them to release all 4 of those games at the same time in the one collection.
This should have been my grind.
Oh, PT, yeah, that was a big one. The whole fucking rumor of Silent Hill being bought out by Microsoft for 83. But that'll be told for another story, I guess. But yeah, Microsoft pushed 343 to release all 4 games all at the same time. And that's what kind of led to the problems that happened at launch. It wasn't ready. It just wasn't ready in time.
Now, Bonnie Ross
That's what happens when you rush a game.
States.
Check out Game
Bonnie
Informer.
Ross, if you could do the Master Chief Collection launch all over again, what would you change? Obviously, we let our fans down, and that's not acceptable. Everything we do in Halo should be a AAA experience. Well, unfortunately, when they released it, it was a C experience. This was my interaction when the release came out. We're sitting in line, me and my friends. I'm like, hey guys, let's land. Because you know what? I don't think this game is going to work tonight when we get home.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Online games are notorious for not working on launch.
He's like, bro,
Bro.
We're talking next gen right now. We're talking the Master Chief. We're talking old games. I mean, how complicated could it be to make these games, right? And make it work. And make them have interactive, functional, multiplayer lobbies where your friends can join custom games, and join custom games in progress.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking, it's
Call of Duty.
2014 here.
Call of
Right?
Duty.
Right?
For real.
Well, I remember back in 2005.
Grandpa Ryan is here, everybody.
I remember back in 2005 when I would join a custom lobby in Halo 2, and I remember when Microsoft didn't have a friends list on Xbox Live, and Halo 2 actually had to have its own Halo 2 exclusive friends list. And basically how this worked was a revolutionary concept of how you had space for 100 friends on your Halo 2 exclusive friends list. You would invite all of your friends to this exclusive friends list that you only had on this one game, and you could send messages to all of them. You could send a message to one specific person. You could send game invites to every single person on your friends list. So if you were looking to run 4v4 custom games on Lockout or Midship or something like that, MLG settings, you could get them in your lobby in like 2 seconds. Well, come to find out, when I get home and it takes me all of 4 hours to download a game that is 70 gigs or 60 gigs or whatever it was when it came out. Whatever it was, it took up like 20% of my hard drive and still does to this day.
Gotta get extra on, bro.
Literally, we couldn't join each other's lobbies if we tried to the entire night.
Kevin and I tried to play the Master Chief Collection months after it came out.
And it was like impossible.
Hell of a time playing that game.
Oh yeah. I probably reset the build upwards of like 700 times in the first 2 months.
Really?
Yeah, that's what we called it. Resetting. Hold on, guys, I gotta reset the build.
Oh my God.
Hold on, guys, gotta reset the client. Hold on, guys, gotta reset it. And I shit you not. I'm playing in matchmaking, and because they didn't come out with ranks until this month.
Really?
Until this month, they didn't have ranks.
Oh,
they now have ranks
games.
for like every single game.
Yeah.
Now, Halo 4, Halo 3, Halo 2. They literally, dude, this game. Okay, okay, I got it back. I lost it, but I got it back. So this game, I'm in the middle of playing random matchmaking, and all of a sudden it says Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is downloading. And I got a free game. While playing the Halo Master Chief Collection a month and a half after it came out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
They just randomly started downloading in the middle of while I was playing the game.
And you still have it?
This happened again. I got Assassin's Creed Unity randomly downloading 3 weeks later onto my Xbox.
Just for playing the game?
Just for playing the game.
Fuck, what have we been doing?
They literally must have looked at my Xbox as this guy's reset Halo the Master Chief Collection like 800 times. And they must have been like, we gotta give this guy 2 free games because he's been going through so much.
Have you played the games?
I played Black Flag for like 5 minutes.
But like you launch it and it's the full game?
It's the full game.
What the fuck?
Full game. Yeah.
That's a great bug.
30 gigs. Yeah, great bug. It made the Master Chief Collection. Well, that's why I still play the Master Chief Collection to this day. I have it installed.
Just though for more
games.
More Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah. And then I will play eventually when
You're done playing
well, you know what? I think it's more to where my mind changes itself enough to align with Assassin's Creed's warped story.
It's fallen flat, unfortunately.
What?
In my mind.
It's what?
The Assassin's Creed games. For the
It's
promise
fallen flat?
of what 2 did,
Yeah.
2 is incredible.
2 is incredible.
That was probably the best game in Brotherhood, but what grand promise they had for that series and what will eventually become of it is kind of disappointing, but
That was a long grind. Jane, what's your grind? Oh, after you finish. Right?
my grind, I don't like to hate things.
This is good.
I try not to focus on the negative. So my grind is going to be broken games. That's the thing that should stop.
Yeah.
Games that come out and you load it up, you play a game for like 15 hours, you say. All of a sudden you go into a game-breaking bug. Then you lose all that progress. That blows. That shouldn't happen anymore. So that's my grind. Kind of having that with The Witcher with me. There was, I'll relate it to me. Because the saving. Yeah. I played a little bit. Something with the Xbox, you can hit the home button and it will resume the game when you jump back into it right where you were. Well, that was a bug for The Witcher. If you did that and you were...
Sometimes people hide drugs in here.
Is this turning into a scare darkly? Are you seeing things? You Robert Downey Jr. freaking out over here?
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
That had to be my random thing.
I was just letting it roll. I was just like, whatever. Maybe something will come of this. But, yeah, just games that are broken. Witcher 3 kind of had that, and it took forever to come out, but it finally came out. They're doing a good job patching it, so good on them. Some games don't get that lucky, unfortunately. So, yeah, everyone, thank you so much for watching Off the Mindcast. We are back, full force. I think we're going to try to do this in a monthly schedule. That is something that we're going to experiment with. Instead of trying doing the weekly thing, got a little burnt out, we're going to try the monthly thing. Feel a little fresh, give you plenty of content every time, full feature production. Kevin, thank you for joining me.
No problem.
That household that you share with me.
Glad to be here, James.
Al, thank you so much for sharing your insight of the Big Lebowski.
You're welcome, man.
Bro code, squad goals. Ryan, first timer for Fractal Minds. Excellent job. You are welcome for us. Let's get a round of applause. And I'm Jimmy James. We're going to sign out. If you liked it, make sure you like and subscribe, all that fun stuff.